Let's discuss the Tampa Bay Bucs and what they've done in their back seven, most notably their secondary. Here at PFF, we always talk about the importance of coverage, how important it is to just cover well, whether you're playing zone, whether you're playing man. And the Bucs have struggled in that area the last couple of years. We have a little bit of a depth chart to look at here, and it doesn't look great on paper, but here's what I like. A new scheme, Todd Bowles coming in to play a lot more man coverage, and I like what the Bucs have done as far as throwing resources at the back seven. I mentioned the back seven because their first pick this year, number 5 overall, Devin White from LSU. He's not on the list here, but that's going to be a good start for them. The rangy linebacker in the middle of the field, also a really nice fit for that Bowles scheme as a blitzer and as a coverage defender. But with all the man coverage that Bowles likes to play, it's a little different from what Tampa Bay has done, where they've been a little bit more zone heavy previously. But you need guys that can cover different style receivers. And I think the Bucs are starting to get to that point where they have some versatile pieces that can match up well. When you have to face Julio Jones in Atlanta, you got to face DJ Moore in Carolina, you got to face all these different style receivers, Michael Thomas in New Orleans. So let's take a look. Starting at the outside cornerback position, the fact that they have Carlton Davis from Auburn, and then this past year bringing in former Auburn teammate Jamel Dean. Those are going to be your press man corners, okay? They're bigger, longer. They both just beat guys up on the outside. And if that's the role they're going to play, which they should be playing in a Bulls scheme that's going to fit their skill set, both Carlton Davis and Jamel Dean, really good size and physicality for the position. Dean looks like a linebacker, but ran a sub-4 440, so he's got some athleticism as well. So you could keep those guys in those situations where they're facing bigger receivers. Maybe they do get to face Julio Jones every single week. Doesn't mean that they can cover him, but they at least have the size to match up, maybe beat him up a little bit and give themselves a shot. Then you have Vernon Hargreaves. Hasn't had the best career yet so far, but he's played in the slot. He's moved around. Putting him on the outside in a more traditional role could really help his career. He has a little bit more of the shiftiness. He's a little bit smaller, and he could face more of those better route running receivers. Does he get the Michael Thomas assignment potentially when facing the Saints? So you got these 3 outside corners, a couple other guys rounding things out, but those guys might have a chance to have the bulk of the snaps. Then you go to the slot corners. We're putting Sean Bunting, who's now Sean Murphy Bunting out of Central Michigan, 2nd-round pick. We're putting him in the slot corner mix because that's what he was doing at rookie minicamp. Not your traditional slot corner. He's a little bit bigger. He has size and movement skills, but he's another matchup weapon, much like MJ Stewart, a 2018 draft pick out of UNC, who is fantastic in the slot. He's kind of your classic strong safety / slot player that we see in college quite a bit. Stewart's the type of guy that can cover tight ends, and then Murphy Bunting can play in the slot and against your route running wide receivers, okay? So it's all about the different styles here. We got some press man corners. We got a Hargreaves and a Murphy Bunting, both guys that can cover the slot or face more of your traditional route running wide receivers. MJ Stewart can be your tight end eraser, and then some weakness at safety, but Jermaine Whitehead has done some nice stuff coming out of Pitt. Really liked Justin Evans coming out of Texas A&M, just needed to cut down some of the missed tackles, but he's got a lot of athleticism on the back end. Mike Edwards out of Kentucky, some boomer bust plays for him, but a guy that could fill a role, especially in and around the box. So here's the deal. The Bucs don't have the best depth chart on paper, but this is how you try to get it better. You have different style players. They're maybe not the best all-around players, but they can all fill specific roles. And if all these guys get put into the right position, the Bucs have a real chance to improve their coverage in the back seven.